Thank you, boys. The wonderful tune tapper. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Wow.
Hello, William.
Whoa.
Big Ed.
Hello,
That was a real toe-tapping number from our boys in the
Makes you
band.
want to dance.
Makes you want to dance.
How are you?
You play better. I keep saying this to you all the time. We've known each other. You keep playing better, better, and better.
Thank you.
Don't you lose energy sometime as you get a little older?
Am I older?
Of course you're older.
Then what?
You know what was... I got to tell him what happened this afternoon. Your little grandson came in here. He's a year and a half old. That's Kathy's child, right? Pointed to the drums, walked over there. You kind of set him up on the stool.
Right.
Gave him a couple of sticks. Now, most kids at that age would take the stick and go like this. The kid is doing syncopation.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, he just, naturally would do a little thing like that and hit the cymbals. Now, did that just happen? I mean...
He's a genius.
What you're
Simply
saying, it
put.
runs in the genes. No, I'm serious now.
I'm serious. We were at Disneyland last summer, and he came up on the bandstand and played a tune with us.
At a year and a half?
Huh?
At a year and a half?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, you were doing that at a year and a half. You never...
I was on my second comeback.
And then you laid off for 6 months, I think, when you were between one
went
and
to
one and a half.
school, right.
Yeah. What is it? You don't... He doesn't read?
No.
How do you do that?
I think it's just,
Inborn?
no, he's a genius. It's simple.
Yeah, I guess so.
He'll have a band by the time he's 10.
Would you like
He'll be
him to
broke
have-
when he's 11.
That's for sure. Would you like him to be a musician? If he
I just
went-
want him to grow up to be a great kid.
Yeah,
I don't want him to be anything but what he wants to be, really.
Of course.
That's the important thing.
But
But he better be a hell of a drummer.
What do you think of our elderly lady? You do judo. You used to teach judo,
I
did you
karate.
not? Karate.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What do you think of Lucia?
So it's great. It's marvelous.
Yeah.
At 90,
Yeah.
don't want to mess with her.
No. Did you ever have to use it?
No.
You're kidding.
No. I just tell him I'm bad. Look him right in the eye and say, I'll put you away.
Does that really work?
Yeah, it works. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because I'm serious about it. When I get into a beef, I have to tell him I'm dangerous.
Well, how about when you were younger?
I used to get that.
Beat out of you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I went into karate.
Did
And
you
I
ever
haven't had a beef.
Did you ever use Lucille's move?
No, but I want to talk to her about it. Might be feel good, man.
Okay, we're cutting away. We'll be back. I want to mention, first year of the Rochester Symphony of the Night. Billy, this Saturday, you and Robin Williams and Whoopi Goldberg are going to be master ceremonies of this comic relief. It's going to be on HBO Saturday, right?
Yes, and HBO has opened up the signal to all the cable affiliates to be at 39 million people watching this show to benefit the homeless in America.
It should be absolutely great. Do you say Robin's back in the green room? Get Robin out of the green room.
Robin's here?
Yeah, Robin is hanging out in the room.
We've been rehearsing all day.
You've been rehearsing?
We have...
Pull him out.
We
Just
have
got a second.
this show, we have over 50 comedy performers. We have everybody from Sid Caesar and Carl Reiner, who are going to recreate a German professor piece, to the Schmenke brothers, John Candy and Gene Levy, to
Robin,
Marty
where are
Short.
you?
Here- There
Come on
he
out
is.
here.
There he is.
Hey.
There he is. Mr. Zucker. I took a...
By the way, first of all, sit down. First of all, what I want to tell you, you were hysterical the other night on the Academy Awards.
I know Mr. Valenti's still looking for me.
How is Boom Boom?
Oh, Jackie, we're so tight, we're like this now.
Hey, guys, good luck on the thing
Thank you very
Saturday.
much.
Thanks for coming out. Thank you,
The
buddy.
1-800 number flashing right now. 800-800.
Operators are standing by. We'll see you tomorrow. What do we say?
John Morrow. Does he not?
Billions and billions of miles.
Here's Johnny.
That's very nice of you. Very thoughtful. Well-deserved. I haven't heard that much applause since a Perrier water shipment was turned back to France for violating American airspace. You're in a good mood tonight? Got a great show for you. All right. News is a little scary. You're afraid to turn on the news lately. International incidents getting a little out of hand. 2 of the staff called in today, said they're not coming to work. They said it's not safe to travel. They live in Encino. They wouldn't come over here. Did you see what happened up in Carmel today? Yeah. Late news bulletin. Clint Eastwood just ordered a battering ram to knock down an unsightly photomat. How many of them out of town tonight? Okay. We like to recommend things right here in Burbank. There are a lot of fine things to do in Burbank, and after the show, come on, I'm serious. I have talked from time to time about Burbank's famed Restaurant Row. They have the finest French bistro, Le Barf. And this week's special at Le Barf is the national dish of France, chicken hiding under a bed of rice. Why not? How many of you are aware that 7-Eleven stores all over the country removed Playboy and Penthouse magazine? Yeah. All over the country, right. Okay, you're entitled to your opinion. I guess Jerry Falwell started that, and he's still keeping the pressure on, for supermarkets to clean up their act. Today he went into Lucky's and threw his body over the cassava melons. Now, you want to hear something wild? This is true. McDonald's restaurant, the McDonald's, which came up with, what, the McMuffin? Is always searching for new fast food ideas. What do you think they have come up with? Seriously, it's a new breakfast offering called French toast on a stick. Boy, all I can say, it's about time. How many times have you ever sat down to a platter of fine French toast and said, this stuff would be a lot better to handle if it was on a stick? What's with McDonald's? What'd you do with your hair?
Got it cut, man.
You look like a punker. Look at that.
Yeah.
I just noticed
In here,
it.
I'm a punker. Right.
I don't even want to touch that line. What was I talking about? McDonald's?
Yeah.
They came up last week with oatmeal on a rope. Another news is full of these little strange items today. At the University of Northern Iowa, had to, according to the papers, are you from Iowa? Yeah. All right. They had to unload a whole laboratory, a bunch of mice, due to budget cutbacks. And these mice had been used in research for alcoholism. But the good news is, you don't have to worry about them. They've been treated at the Minnie Mouse Clinic in Palm Springs. What else? How many of you know that this day in 1888, the first Kodak camera was invented? And the next day, the first Japanese tourist was invented. According to the papers, what do you think the best-selling... How many of you rent videos, videotapes? All right. What do you think the biggest-selling one is? No, Jane Fonda's... Workout is running ahead of every hit movie, the Jane Fonda workout tape. But there's a new one out that I think is going to outpull that. It's called Dr. Ruth's. Dr. Ruth's Good Workout. You not only lose weight, but 20 minutes later, you want to lose weight again. Yeah. It's a wonderful thing. That is good. These are just little tidbits, nothing really exciting in the news today. Next week is Rudolf Hess's birthday. Did you know he's 92 years old and he is the only prisoner of war still held in Spandau prison? Only one, and guarded 24 hours a day, I guess, by, what, Americans and the Russians? 92. By himself he's there. And he's getting just a little flaky. He was alone in the mess hall today, saying to himself, would he break out tonight? Pass it on. See, he's nobody there with him. Nobody here with me either. Anyway, tonight, we got a good show for you now. David Letterman is here tonight. So, thanks for coming. We'll be right back. Thank you. Thank you. Good audience night, Friday night, end of the week. You ever seen better weather than this in California?
It'll be a great weekend, too.
Yeah. Okay. Now, a few weeks ago, we have done this once before, this segment. I told a joke in the monologue, and I'm going to tell you the joke first of all. Humor is relative, you know, depending on how you perceive something, it is funny to you or not. The joke was like this. I said, according to a recent business report, dentists in the United States are going out of business due to improvements in dental techniques and in the use of fluoride. I said, imagine dentists going out of business. I haven't been so happy about a group disbanding since the Gestapo. Well, obviously, I think anybody who has a sense of humor or is reasonable didn't think that I was equating dentists as human beings, as members of a racist band. What I was trying to say, and maybe didn't do it too well, was that people are apprehensive about going to the dentist. They wouldn't want to face the Gestapo. Yeah, I could have probably said Attila the Hun and his group broke up too, right? How many of you enjoy, for example, going to the dentist? No, I'm serious now. How many of you had a dental appointment tomorrow and it cleared up tonight? Wouldn't go in tomorrow? Anyway, I received a letter after that joke from a Dr. Michael Mendelson, who happens to be a dentist.
He was not happy.
Not happy. Dear Mr. Carson, I was shocked and angered this evening to hear your disgusting comparison to the declining economic well-being of America's dentists to the Gestapo being disbanded. Well, I didn't mean that, you know. To compare this same group of doctors to a gang of sadistic and bigoted thugs is ludicrous. Of course it is. I had to go to my dentist the next day, Ray Jacobson.
Right.
And he came in with one of those little picks and said, pretty funny last night. But he understood we meant it in good humor. He says, Dr. Mendelson goes on, perhaps you feel that dentists as a group are too serious, that they have no sense of humor. The general public shows a lack of understanding that dentistry is a sophisticated and demanding healthcare field. It is sad that you've resorted to the anachronistic and damaging myth of a dental appointment to a sadomasochistic vaudeville act as an easy way to amuse your audience. I assume a smirk-free public apology is forthcoming. Well, all right, Dr. Mendelson, I didn't mean to compare dentists as individuals to the Gestapo. I'm saying we're apprehensive about going to the dentist. You have to have a little sense of humor. So, I'm glad you sent me this letter, Mr. Mendelson, because it's a chance to do the second segment of this. I think the governor of Nevada was the first recipient of this award, Governor Bryant of Nevada, and Mr. Mendelson the second. So we say tonight, lighten up, Michael Mendelson, DDS. Dr. Mendelson, may I call you Michael? Far be it from me to criticize the noble profession of dentistry, which has a long and honorable tradition dating back to the Spanish Inquisition. Michael, there's only one phrase Americans fear more than nuclear war, and that phrase is root canal. Americans afraid of dentists? Nonsense. What better way to spend an afternoon in a reclining in a dentist chair, listening to a 6,000 RPM high-speed drill, smelling your tooth enamel burn as clouds of smoke billow out of your mouth. Yes, Mike. Dentists say that X-rays are safe. that you get more radiation from the sun. Oh, really? How many people do you see lying on the beach at Santa Monica with lead aprons on their laps? Dentists serve a vital purpose in our society. Were it not for dentists, we would never have the opportunity to look up a grown man's nose. Michael, I won't say that dentists are kinky, but how many other people do you know who get their jolly sticking a tiny mirror into some truck driver's mouth to look at a piece of pork sausage caught on his molar? Mike, you're a member of a privileged profession. There are only two groups of professionals who spend their working days watching the water go round and round in a little bowl. Dentists and men room attendants. That's right, Michael. Yes, doctor. In recent years, there have been advances in dentistry. Stereo headphones for patients to wear, quieter drills. But there's one new advance dentists should try for themselves. Breath mints. That's right. The only thing that smells worse than a dentist's breath is riding in a carpool with 6 wet grizzly bears. As you know, Mickey, women think dentists are romantic. What lady wouldn't want to be embraced by a man whose shirt sleeves are soggy with a stranger's saliva? In closing, dentists are dedicated, highly trained, hard-working professionals. And a dentist takes off only 3 days a year: Christmas, Thanksgiving, and the Marquis de Sade's birthday. So lighten up, Michael Mendelsohn, DDS. Okay. Following this show every night on NBC, as you know, is David Letterman, who just finished, I think, his 4th?
Third year, I think.
Just finished 3. Starting on 4, or finished 4, or starting on 5, or he's going to do 5, or starting on 3. He's going to be also on an NBC special this Monday night at 9 p.m. called The Television Academy Hall of Fame. Mr. David Letterman. Another exciting night here.
Thank you. Hi, John. How are you?
They love you on both coasts.
Thank you very much. Do me a little favor here. I got a lot of ground to cover tonight, so hold your questions till the end, okay? Okay. Appreciate that.
Is this are you on vacation? Are you in reruns, or?
Johnny, an entertainer, is never really on vacation,
Of course,
is he?
of
No.
course.
But I actually am on vacation. I came out here for a week, and you're looking... Thank you very much. People doing bird calls up there. You're looking at a man tonight, John and Ed. I'm filled with pride. Filled with pride. And I'm proud, and this may sound silly to you,
Well.
I'm proud to be a part of the vast NBC broadcasting empire family. Yeah. And in particular, I'm proud of the promotional department. These are the people who put together the promotions for this show and the primetime lineup and all of the shows, and our show included if they ever have the time. But 4 or 5 years ago, they hired a guy, an ad executive, hired some guy, paid him about $500,000. This is the truth. You probably knew this guy. You had lunch with him, didn't
Probably,
you?
yes.
You probably liked him too, didn't you? Yeah. They pay this pinhead about $500,000 a year. And formerly he had handled the Earl Scheib account. I'll paint any car for $39.99. They said, well, if he wrote that, he's our man.
Yeah.
And so he comes over to NBC, and he comes up with a slogan for the fall campaign, which was "Be There." Of course, we've discussed this before. It was "Be There." That was the slogan this guy comes up with. And 2 years later, they did about $2 million worth of research on "Be There," and they found out that there were people in parts of the country saying, gee, are we included in that? So they changed it to "Let's all be
Let's
there."
all be there.
So
I remember.
now, beyond a shadow of a doubt, everybody is invited to watch NBC. So now this guy leaves. Have you heard the new fall slogan? No, this is just insane.
I'm not
you must
sure.
have heard
I'm not
this.
up on that.
The new slogan for NBC this fall is, "Come home. Come home to NBC." Mm-hmm. Ooh, pinch me, I'm dreaming. Yeah, you really want to live here, don't you?
Yeah. You're right
well,
about the be there. That didn't work too well a couple of years ago, and I think the next year the NBC went to, we were there, where were you? You know, it didn't work out too well.
Yeah, that kind of a deal.
I think it is. Let's all come home, right?
Yeah, come home to NBC, and yeah, this place will be crawling with every drifter and fugitive in an 8-state area. Bob, I don't see you in Connie around the neighborhood anymore. What the hell happened? Well, you know, the kids is growed. This, by the way, is my dumb guy voice.
I said right.
The kids is growed. They're, you know, off doing time, and we sold the place and moved in over at Channel 4. It's, you know, not too bad.
Coming home.
Of course, the entertainment stinks, but what the hell? It's a free meal. So that's NBC, and I couldn't be happier.
You are not. You mentioned last time you on your trip out here, you have trouble like a lot of us do with the airlines. You talked about being in the John that is curved,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
not
that
meant
was
for
the
normal people
no,
that
that
can
was
stand.
the Airbus.
The
Yeah.
Airbus, that's right.
Yeah. It occurred to me, it seems like every time I fly, you notice something a little different. Airlines always have a way of making things seem better than they really are. You know, I understand that. I'm pretending this stuff is funny. You know, little stuff. Like, you ever order a steak on an airplane?
Against my better judgment,
Yeah,
sometimes.
in all fairness, it's, you know, it's not that bad a steak if you're a coin collector. It's about like that. But they put these grill marks on the steak, you know. You know, like there's an open pit full of hot coals going full blast in the back there near the fuel tank. So, big fat guy in a greasy barbecue apron flipping your meat. The other thing is snack. You know, they say there's no meal on this flight, but we do have a snack. Now, a snack to the airlines is a ½ ounce of any biodegradable matter. That's a snack. A lavatory. Now, when I think of the word lavatory, I think of some huge, pristine, massive structure finished off in Italian marble, you know. And you get in the lavatory on the airplane, and it's just a ventilation duct with some kind of cardboard urinal there in the corner. And they have that little sign on the mirror that says, please make sure you leave the lavatory nice and clean for the next passenger. You know, I think a tradition the Wright brothers started. They were pretty tidy. And so we're getting ready. We're taking off from Kennedy a week ago. And it's United Airlines. Can I say the name of the airline?
Sure, sure.
And
Say it, let me get sued, then you can go home and
so the flight attendant, very nice, responsible woman, is going through her little rundown before we take off. And she said, in the event of an unscheduled water landing, you will find your life preserver located directly beneath your seat, which for me is a blessing because at home, that's where we keep all our boating stuff. Honey, when you're done with the outboard, put it back under the sofa. So it's just a reflex for me. But now let's examine this phrase. In the event of an unscheduled
Scheduled
water landing. That's not a crash, is it?
No.
No. That's a whole different deal.
Unscheduled water landing.
Unscheduled water landing, yeah, absolutely. Not potentially the worst disaster in the history of aviation. No. These people have found a way to make it an event. Thank you so much.
What I'm trying to figure out, where would you land? Now, you're flying from New York to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Where would be a body of water that... did that occur to you?
Well, assuming you clear the coast all right.
That's right, yeah.
Then you have the Great Lakes to contend with.
I suppose that could be an unscheduled...
Colorado River?
Unscheduled water. That could be fun. You could raft right down, right down to the Gulf.
Yeah, and then landing out here is not a sure bet either.
That's right.
Yeah, so it could happen, yeah.
All right, we'll pause here for a moment.
Oh, good.
More than a moment, actually. And we'll be back. Oh, good. Magic is in the air. You can feel the electricity. Was I wrong when I said 3 years? It's 4 years.
You were wrong, but I'm not the kind of guy that would bring that up.
Of course.
Yeah, we just finished our. Is it 4? Just finished our 4th year. And
Moves along, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. You ain't in here. Oh, brother.
When I started, since this show has been on, I think there have been a change of 7 different presidents of the National Broadcasting Company, and this year we were sold.
Yeah.
We now belong to, as you well
General
know,
Electric.
the General Electric
Not
Company.
only sold for $6.5 billion cash.
Cash.
That was the deal. Yeah, they just brought it over in a truck and said, okay, sure, what the hell?
Yeah.
Take the plants in the lobby, you got it.
We'll sell it.
Yeah, General Electric now owns RCA. RCA owns NBC, and they're collaborating on a project now. GE and RCA are trying to develop a television picture tube that burns out every 6 weeks. So I could use some help on that.
Yes, we used all of our rim shots earlier in the night.
So I guess the takeover takes effect sometime in August.
I think so,
It's
yeah.
been approved by the stockholders, and we went over a couple of weeks ago to the General Electric building in Midtown Manhattan. It's an enormous structure. It was built in 1931. It's beautiful. And ironically, it was originally the RCA building, and now it's the GE building. And we wanted to kind of get things off on the right foot. So I took a little gift with me. It was actually quite lovely. It was a fruit basket, crackers and cheese.
I have
and
not
fruit
seen
and so
this.
forth.
You filmed this little
Yeah, we
excursion.
videotaped it. We went over to the GE building, and I just wanted to drop this off, say hello, and a good gesture, and a way of getting acquainted with the people that now own our company, and trying to protect my job mainly was what I was doing. So
Cowards that we are. Let's.
I guess you want to take a look at this. We have it here. Go ahead
Why
and roll
don't
it.
we? It's,
And it's outside the General Electric building.
Hi, how are you?
I'm not sure you're able to do this
Well, why not?
because we haven't gotten the authorization.
Do you work for General Electric?
Yes, I do.
Are you on the board of directors?
No, no.
Oh. What is your name?
I'd rather not.
Oh no, come on. We just wanted to come over and say hello. We're going to be working together, and we want to get everything off on the right foot.